Yagya, and Yagya they are prescribed duties. Yagya Karam Samudbhava, like that is there in Bhagavad Gita 3.24, I think, or 3.14, sorry. So here they are now ready for this Indra Yagya. They are preparing mountains of rice. There are kunds of dal, sabjis, different varieties of sabjis, pakodas, kheer, sweet rice, and all other items. So many items, I don't know, but so many items they are preparing, all very very opulent, very opulent. And then Krishna comes as a, they were having the meeting just before this Indra Yagya to take place. Like you have this festivals, we have this festival coordination meeting. So they were having this meeting 2-3 days before, who will do what, how things will come, all the things. So in this meeting, Krishna intervened. Krishna intervened and he sit on the lap of Nandu Maharaj and he's asking, what is the agenda? What is going on? Nandu Maharaj said, you go, just eat prasad and, just sleep, play. It's not for you. You are a child. Then Krishna says, Pitaji, your father, you are growing old, right? And I will be the one who will be inheriting this, right? So you have to train me, you have to give me training. And then Nandmara says, now child looks serious. And then he started to ask, basically he changed whole agenda in this meeting. Imagine there is some meeting happening, some agenda. Someone comes from outside and completely changed the agenda. Agenda was to worship Indradev. Instead of worshipping Indradev, it became Govardhan Puja. It's completely changed the Indra. Like instead of worshipping the Devtas, now you are worshipping a mountain. Even Brahmanas were confused. Like we know how to worship Devtas, we know how to worship God, but how to worship Mount Hill? That no mantra like that. So Krishna became the founder acharya for this Giri Govardhan Parikrama, as well as how to the Puja Vidhi, the process for worshipping the Giri Govardhan. So he's explaining. But the discussion is going, is asking like what you are, Nand Maharaj, what you are doing here? What is this happening? What is this yagya meant for? What result you will achieve by performing this yagya? Who is the person who is to be worshipped? Like that, child, they have so many questions. So Krishna is asking all that questions in detail. And then Krishna is saying, then Vrajvasi says because we worship Indra because Indra provide rain. Without rain, no grain, right? Without grain, no brain. And so Indra provides the rain, so that's why we worship him. But then Krishna says, these oceans, do they worship? They don't worship Indra. They also get the water. So it's Indra's duty, right? Then Krishna gave a famous philosophy called Karma Mimamsha. Karma Jayate Jantu. If you perform karma, work is worship. Like these days, if work is worship, then donkey is we should give a medal to the donkey, right? But we don't want to become donkey or monkey. We want to become human beings, right? So here, Krishna is Yajneshwar, right? Krishna is the master of all the yagyas, and he is explaining that nothing should be performed just for sake of performing. Like when you are doing any rituals, if you don't know why you are doing what you are doing, then it's not very effective. So if you miss the spirit behind the rituals, it's rituals. If you add the spirit, it becomes spirituals. So the spirit should be there why you are doing what you are doing, and Krishna is rightly asking this question. And the most important thing is the rituals we are performing, they are means to express our love and devotion, right? If you are doing with no love and devotion, then Krishna, or any offering, Krishna don't accept. Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. And then what is the last line he says? Yo me Bhaktyama Priti Purvakam. Prayachati Priti Purvakam. Priti Purvak is very, very important. And Bhakta is important also. So Bhakti has to be there, Bhakt has to be there, and love has to be there. So loving devotional service, right? Nahi, aisa nahi bajao tali aur uthao thali, right? Don't do that. So give some time for Lord to eat. There are different items, takes different time, so accordingly give different time to the Lord. So here the karma mimamsa I already says is basically about laws of karma. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. There is action, there is reaction. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. And then the gods are bound to simply fulfill the desires. Here God means devatas or the demigods. Because in English there is no exact translation for the word devata, but the closest one that Srila Prabhupada has used with demigod or sometimes it's use gods also, but with small g, G-O-D-S. Krishna is G with capital G. So that's the difference. So gods are simply bound to fulfill the desires. Like all these devatas, you do certain puja, certain yajna, you will get, they are going to provide you the result. They are not like a mother. So here, this philosophy Prabhupada explained that God also sometimes becomes atheist. This Karma Mimamsa philosophy is basically atheistic philosophy. And when Krishna has to become atheist, he can become the biggest atheist, right? Keshav Dhrita, Buddha Sharira, Jaya Jagadish Hare. Vedana Manya, Bodh Vela Nastik. So Nastik means atheist. So Krishna also showed how to become biggest atheist by becoming Buddha. So now we'll go in short, like Krishna is now, the worship has been transferred to from Indra to Giri Govardhan. Everybody is convinced. When Krishna has to convince, everybody will be convinced, right? Because Krishna was right in the heart of Duryodhan. He was telling him, you don't be convinced by by me, when he came as a Dut, because he wanted to annihilate Duskritinam. So here, everyone is ready, agreed. So then they say, what we do with this bhogas? Alright, no problem. You will offer all this to Giri Govardhan. Now this is too much for Indra. He could not take it. So the thing is, all this is now diverted. But one important point I wanted to mention is the purpose of the Guru and Sadhu. The purpose of the Guru and Sadhu is to give us the right direction, to guide us, and to make the spirit as meaningful. Otherwise, over a period of time, things starts to become, we start to lose the ras, we start to lose the taste. So that's why we need these devotees again and again. We have to hear and continue this process of hearing and chanting. So the Guru and Sadhu for that purpose is very much needed. So I think we can go to next part, but there are many things I can say here. Let's see what happened next. So when someone is accustomed to worship, right, and when he don't get that, he becomes angry. If you're not getting anything, पहले ही फक्कड़ है तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता, right? लेकिन करोड़पति से रोडपति बन गया, like if you're very rich, you become suddenly a pauper. That's a problem. It's very hard. You cannot take that. So everyone was happy when this Govardhan Puja was going on. Krishna actually assumed the form. The Giri Govardhan assumed the same face as Krishna. And he's asking, Ani or, give me more, right? He's asking for all the food. And these Vrajavasis, they were really, they had now much more faith. Because Krishna asked this Indra, did you see Indra ever? Uska dadi hai, mukut hai, kya hai? Did you ever see him? No. But now this is the Lord who is directly reciprocating with you and he's talking with you. And then Giri Govardhan that time asked also, like, if you have any desires, you can express it that now. So Vrajavasis, they were kind of shy. They could not wanted to ask in, open form. So Giri Govardhan understood. He said, you can ask that within your mind itself. And you know what devotees they asked? This is again the Vrajabhava which will come here. They asked that Krishna will, may our apple of eye, son of Nanda Maharaj, always stay happy. He will have no discomfort in his life. That's our only desire. Out of all the lakhs of application, the subject was same subject. Everybody is asking same thing only. So that is the Vrajabhava. Right? They all want to please the Lord. That is the thing to understand. Now the other side, they are all happy this thing is going on. There is one person who is not happy. And that is Indra. And this is the way this world is, devotees. When you are getting something, you are accustomed to used to it. Like suppose if you are the senior most person and you are accustomed to get the lamp first. And one day suppose it does not come. So people, sometime it comes. But Rupa Goswami explained, Nindya the Hridaya, like the pure devotee, it not only does not blaspheme others or does not envy toward others, but that even the seed of envy is not there in the heart of the devotee. So now coming back to Indra, we have to understand that he is a devotee of Krishna. Krishna did this Leela to smash the pride of Indra, who was accustomed to that and who was now really, as we know, when this was happening, pride is number one enemy. Right? Krishna says, Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava, Mahashana, Mahapapi. Right? It is the biggest enemy. It cannot be satisfied. And then when Kam is there, Krodh naturally will come. Because Kam will be unsatisfied at one point. And that same thing happened with the Indra. As we have many examples in Srimad Bhagavatam of many devotees getting pride and then angry. So this is the most subtle and deadly weapon of Maya devotees. This desire for name and fame. This desire leads to pride and arrogance. With pride comes arrogance. जिसके अंदर pride है, दम्भ है, उसके अंदर arrogance तो आएगा ही आएगा. It's naturally will be manifested. So here Indra is infuriated because he is accustomed with, he has good wealth, education, looks, everything, so many apsaras dancing. He could not even recognize the Lord of his life. He's seeing Balisha. He's a small child, right? Pandit Manina. He's speaking like a learned person. Sara agenda hi change kar diya. So Indra is really angry. How dare they could do this? Samvartaka, come. Then he's calling for Samvartaka cloud, who is throwing rains of devastation. You know, the rains are falling as if the pillars. Elephant tusk, that big size, and it's for devastation. And that time all Brajvasis, they come to Krishna for protection. And Krishna lifted Giri Govardhan. Krishna lifted on left hand, smallest finger. And one acharya, I think, I forgot where, but one acharya explained it's on the tip side, like the tip of the nail. He's saying you are that insignificant, Indra, in one sense, because Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when this Govardhan Leela is happening, there is many detail in this, but the most important thing is to understand is, I love to say this, that this is one Leela, even though Indra offended Krishna, right? Indra went to an extent in, I think in Skand Puran, there are 6 offenses against the devotees, right? But this, to kill a devotee or attempt to kill is the greatest of the offense, and Indra tried to do that. He wanted to kill all the Brajvasis, or wanted to kill all the cows, right? That's why he's sending this rains of devastation. So it did the greatest of the offense. But, like I said, it was part of the Krishna's master plan. When these devotees, they fall in illusion. And the master plan was, because all these devotees, they were praying, like this Gopsakas, they were praying to moon god. To moon god. They will say that we are going for good health, praying for that. But their actual prayer was, you go fast, let sun come. Because when sun comes, they will play with Krishna, right? And gopis on the other side, they are praying to moon. They are going for... sun god for a good husband. So why? So you go fast so that we have moon. And then moon, then they can do their pastime. So everybody wants to, you eagerly want to associate with the Lord. Elderly gopis, like in the Brahma Vimohan Leela, also same things, right? Krishna satisfied all the motherly gopis who wanted to feed him all the cows. So Brahma stole these cows and calf. And Krishna came. So he's reciprocating. Krishna is perfect in reciprocating with the devotees. He's a Rasaraj. He knows how to reciprocate all the devotees. So here also in the Indra case, he's lifting Giri Govardhan and he's reciprocating with all. He's looking at, everybody is feeling as if Krishna is looking at him. Same thing even when Krishna is doing Ras Leela, everyone feels that Krishna is with them. Everyone, Krishna become according to that person, how he want to see it. So, and this is mystical, how a person can be visible to everyone. You see, someone might be having his back also, right? But believe me, devotees, it is explained that everyone was having the darshan of Krishna's lotus face. And they were all satisfied to the fullest extent. For 7 days, 7 nights, they are standing, no one is hungry, no one is thirsty. Nothing is happening. Like Parikshit Maharaj is hearing this katha on the bank of Ganga. He is not feeling thirsty. So all these Vrajvasis are completely absorbed, immersed in the beauty of Sri Krishna, who is reciprocating with everyone according to their relation with them. So, I mean, there are details are there. Little detail I'll mention. When this Leela was happening, there are 2 versions again for that. There can be more. I know of 2. When this Indra was pouring the rains and the Govardhan is there, it is said even a leaf, even a grass, nothing was moved on Giri Govardhan. From Samvartaka cloud, from the rains of devastation, nothing could do anything. It was pitch dark, right, outside. But under Giri Govardhan, it was festival, right? Because it is said, there was once a sage, I forgot his name, I think Jahnu Rishi, who once came to visit Pandavas and they were feeding him. He is eating, No, not Pandava, sorry, Mother Parvati. Mother Parvati is feeding him. And Lord Shiva said, "Who is your guest?" He said, "This person." Oh. And Lord Shiva said, "All the best." Because he knows he will not be satisfied. So he is eating too much. If someone knows the name who I'm talking about, that sage. But anyhow, this sage is keep on eating, and then Mother Parvati goes to Lord Shiva and they say, "Pray to Krishna." And then Krishna comes as a small child and he sits with him, eat on the same plate, and Krishna burps and finish. Then he also has to finish. He says, "Arey Bhagwan, mujhe pura khana bhi nahi diya. Like you did not let me finish food. Even water you did not allow me to drink that much. So I'll give you the chance." Like I said, Krishna gives chance to everyone in this Leela. So he's now drinking all the water which is falling. And then there is a Sudarshan Chakra on the top of Giri Govardhan. So he's taking all the, with the heat, all these things, the temperature is still kept nicely. It's not that cold. Because when this rain of devastation, it will be cold, temperature will go down, right? So I think I have been given the signal. We can end here. I'm open to any questions, any corrections, any comment. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Gaurav Prabhu would like to say something.
Yes, thank you. A wonderful class.
Thank you.
I was reading that Pulasya Muni, when he picked up Govardhan, he was on his way to Kashi.
Yes.
And so where is that Kashi today?
Oh, Kashi is in UP, Uttar Pradesh, Varanasi.
Okay, Kashi is.
So he was.
Benares, Kashi, Varanasi.
Yeah.
Same.
So no, he was from Varanasi. The sage was from Varanasi, but this mountain was in Shamali Dweep, different Dweep. So he was on a tour, interplanetary tour. So he went to that Shamali Dweep. From there he is lifting Giri Govardhan and bringing to Jambu Dweep, which is our planet. Yes. So he was originally from Kashi. Yes. He wanted to bring him to Kashi actually.
Right.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, you were making some connection between Ram Leela, Hanuman, and because Hanuman was carrying a mountain, were you making a connection between that pastime and Govardhan?
Yes, when they were about to make the bridge, going to the Lanka, so that time they were needing a lot of rocks. So Hanumanji was also on the mission, so he could find this big hill, big mountain. So he decided to lift it. So that was in connection.
It was from Himalayas.
Sorry?
The mountain that Hanuman brought was from Himalayas.
No, this Giri Govardhan was in Vrajdam, in this area only, where it is currently. He did not move from there. So Pulashya Rishi is taking him. So that was in Satyuga time. So he could not carry him forward. He has to lift him down in Vrajma, where it is now. But he tried to lift, could not. And then Hanumanji also tried, like, to lift him.
He also tried to lift Govardhan.
Yeah, he could not.
Where is that described? Is that in Ramayana?
No, that's not in Ramayana. I can find the reference, but yes, but that reference is also there in some explanation. Yes.
And what was the point you were making about Lord Shiva sitting with Parvati and baby Krishna came?
Yes. So Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, they invited this sage for like we invite the guest at our house for feeding them. So this sage was invited, and this sage was eating, and she's keep on bringing, but he's still not satisfied, keep on eating like buckets of dal, buckets of sabji, bucket of kheer. He's not stopping, his hunger is not stopped. So that time she prayed to Krishna, and then Krishna took the form of a baby child, and this baby child sit along with him. And then when you are eating together, if one person has to get up, you just have to finish same time, something like that. So when Krishna washed his hand, so then Pulasya was not fully satisfied. So that's how the pastime was there.
Where is that found?
That pastime is also explained in. I was hearing one devotee was explaining this, and this was from a book. I think Anand Vrindavan Champu, Gopal Champu. Yeah.
Thank you.
So there are like when Sukhdev Goswami is explaining this pastime, there are some details he could mention, but the greater details, like for example, this even Damodar Leela,